So today I train legs at MVP Fitness in Hanoi. MVP has 7 locations across Hanoi. So the MVP I specifically went to today is at 44 Yenfu in Ba Dinh, Hanoi. So I will specifically be rating it across facilities, equipment, atmosphere, logistics, as well as price. So as far as facilities, I'm giving it a B grade. The facilities were very nice. The lighting was nice. Everything in there looked pretty new. The big issue was it was underground, so there wasn't any natural lighting. So as far as the equipment, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a C. So while all the equipment looked pretty new, there was really only one of each kind of equipment. You had, it looked like they had two, so they had 2 decline benches and 2 flat benches. But the dumbbells only went up to 40 kg. So it might be an okay place to do a chest day. However, as far as doing a leg day, it really would be a total mess. There was only 1 squat rack, 1 Smith machine, and 1 of all the other basic leg equipment. So during a peak hours when it's really busy, if you're looking at it probably having a little bit of a hassle trying to get onto the equipment you need that's next up in your rotation. As far as the atmosphere, I'd give it a B. I went on a Sunday, so it wasn't exactly peak hours. I did see a couple foreigners in there that were taking their workouts pretty serious, which was awesome. And then a few local viettes. So as far as whether it's a serious meathead gym or more of a casual place to work out, I couldn't really get a clear idea of that based on just coming in here on a Sunday morning. So as far as logistics, I would give it a B. It's kind of not even really specific to MVP. Generally speaking, Vietnam tends to prefer cash. It's kind of hit and miss on whether they take credit cards. So when I paid my day pass today, they took cash. If you have your QR system set up, you could have probably used that. But if you were to do a longer contract, I have to assume also you'd have to use cash, because when I did a longer contract at my main gym, they would only take cash or bank transfer pretty much. Another thing that's important to note, make sure you bring your own lock. And then finally, and highly importantly in this case, is the price. So I make my content for digital nomads, which typically means that you're going to be bouncing between locations for a month or 3 at a time, meaning that particularly important, what is the gym membership price point specifically for a month? For MVP, it was 5 million Vietnamese dong for 1 month, which is about $190. And for that reason, that is a very high price point for a very minimalist gym, which means the overall grade I have to give MVP is a C. There are other places within Hanoi that have slightly lower price points, but significantly nicer facilities. And so this gym, while nothing by itself, I would consider to be passable, but just simply for the high relative price point for a 1-month membership, I just have to give it a C overall. Now, I would say that, just like with everything, it requires you to tailor it to your specific situation. So if in your case, you are logistically, you're just very tight on time, so you can't really go to someplace far away, and due to your location circumstances, you have to be near an MVP. I understand that, and I would say it's passable. You're going to get decent workouts in. It's not going to be too funky or gross or weird. But if budget is of a particular concern for you, then go ahead and look in the description for my budget gym option in Hanoi video down there. And then if you are less price sensitive, but you really do want to get the most premium experience, then go ahead and click on this video right there.